Well, I ran into an interesting one for you, Han, that you might enjoy hearing about. There's a program out there called iKinema that works along with Unreal. It probably works other ways too, but the idea is that it creates IK setups for actually not just bipeds, for multipeds, I guess you could call it.
Really?
And it's pretty good in the way that you have this plugin that allows you to set up IK on, say, a bug, because it has a bunch of legs, and it's fairly difficult to create your own IK. And the IK that would normally come with Unreal or some other game engine is only for bipeds, people.
Right.
So they came along with this. Now, of course, as with any third-party plugin, you have to watch out because you got to worry about support. Will it be there when the next version comes out? Will it work?
Right.
So it is, just like every other third-party plugin, you have to watch. You will run into times when it doesn't work with the version of software that you have. But the interesting part here is that it only works with Sandy Bridge Intel processors or better. It will not work with older processors.
Well, that's a big caveat.
Mm-hmm. So you have to have a newer computer to make it run, or it will not run, which I think is very interesting. I don't know why or how that works, but it only works on those processors. It's not like they designed it so it fails. It just doesn't work. Why? What is it about those processors?
Yeah. Oh, that's really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you try and run it with that, it'll just crash.
Yeah,
it handles instruction, I guess. Mm.
Yeah, how are they doing that? That's odd.
So ideally, develop your own IK because...
Ideally, yeah.
Or stick with bipeds.
There's that too. I think I've starting to learn that sometimes if you can avoid doing something crappily and like just make a compromise, I can do this better, but it doesn't fit my particular art direction. It's better to go with something that might not be as amazing in concept and go with something that looks great versus something that you can't really produce well. As an example, I don't know, like grass and trees. Mm-hmm. That stuff, I mean, you can, right now, unless you are really focusing on some sort of innovative technique, mm-hmm. Depending upon how you use it, it might be better to just avoid using lots of grass versus putting lots of grass in your game and having it look just okay or just passable. So, because, I don't know, the better your stuff looks, the more just okay stuff sticks out.
Okay, I understand your point. I think it was a bad example, but I understand your point. Bad example,
yeah.
Because grass is an instance, and you can just duplicate grass all over the place when it comes to Unreal Engine, or, I don't know, I guess it depends on the engine.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. You can. But it still doesn't necessarily look amazing, I guess is my point. It wouldn't have too much of an impact on performance at all, because it's an instance, but doesn't mean it'll look great with current techniques. Mm-hmm. I should emphasize that. Like, there needs to be some real volumetric grass solution.
See, I think if you stated something like dust effects or blowing capes, that would have probably been a better example.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You don't need that stuff. But it does make it a little bit more wow, if you could.
Yeah.
Okay, how about we do a show?
That wasn't the show. I thought that was actually part of the show. I was just completely lost.
No, you stepped away. We had a conversation.
Yeah.
All right, it's May 31st, 2015, and you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games. Yeah. I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to episode 474 of Mods on Air. We're bringing you the week in gaming news, modders, developers, and gamers we are. I am foyleman, and also on the show today we have with us Breesy. Hello, Breesy.
Hello.
Hello, and we also have with us Ham. Hello, Ham.
Hey everybody. Apparently we have Yoda too.
So just so you know, there could be adult themes, languages, or that kind of thing. So if you're worried about spoiling your dinner, I guess leave. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's your warning. We have E3 is nearly upon us.
E3 is coming.
Let's see.
Oh, God.
1, 2, 3 weeks away.
It's like the Tootsie Roll guy.
Oh, Ham, if it makes you feel any better, I can't get into Twitch either.
No?
No.
Man, there's something about the site where it's just like, I cannot remember my password.
If I could remember my username, that would be even better.
You know what it could be? It could be their new policy that they're trying to enact here. Did you read about that? Did you read that Twitch says that they are asking, please don't broadcast adult-only games on our service? So maybe they're worried about you guys actually being adults, and they don't want you broadcasting.
I guess it's just Minecraft and Call of Duty from now on, because that's not an adult game, by the way.
Well, it has nothing to do with violence. Violence is okay. It has everything to do with boobs, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're talking about like those. I don't know what you call them, but they're like they're considered novels. Usually they're anime, and they've always got some sort of sexual tone.
Right. So they know you guys. They know that you guys are a little bit too adult for their viewers, and no passwords for you. Good luck. Not gonna happen.
What makes it worse, I can't even reset my password because I can't think what my email password is. Failing on all levels right now.
This is
All right. Well, he worked
this is
that
what
out.
Twitch inspires.
Unless he just creates a new account.
I got it. I got it.
So E3 is coming. It's about to be upon us, and E3 is great. It is meant for press. The idea of E3 was to show off to the press what games are coming about, and how many years ago was it? 6 years ago that they decided that things were going to change, and everything started to fall apart in conferences as a whole. And over the next 3 or 4 years, built up these other conferences, such as PAX Prime and the other PAXs and some of the other shows, which have, in my mind, kind of taken its place as far as how well it could do. And now the E3 is trying to play catch up, and get back into being who they were, which I don't think they ever can, but they will try. And what they want to do is give these big name publishers who are showing up at E3, say, here's 500 passes. Give them out to your friends. So it's no longer industry only, press only. It is now, they're starting to open up to the public. They say about 5,000 passes will be thrown out there.
Which, I mean, I guess is fine. I don't know. Is it an all access pass?
Industry only. Press. I don't know. I don't know what kind
Did they even say?
Why?
Probably limited access.
What kind of access would there be? There's only one kind of access. Well, there's two kinds: exhibitor and attendee. This is not GDC. There's no like special talks.
All right. Well, I don't know. I've never been to E3. I didn't know if there's like you can only attend press conferences, can't be on the show floor, or.
I still think it's potentially the largest in terms of square footage.
I don't know. I tend to like Nintendo's approach that they took a few years back, which is just like, we'll just have a pre-recorded presentation that we'll show around the time of E3 and be done with it.
They used to have celebrities show up and do some sort of basement thing over at the Staples Center. It was funny.
Yeah, it is a hype show. It's a show about building hype.
That's what I was just going to say, is they're not going to show anything we don't already know.
Right.
Don't know that. Not positive. They try. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen over at E3. I attend pretty much every year, and it's very rarely exciting.
And this year's no exception, right? You're attending this year.
I don't know. It could be a little bit different because I am actually showing, but we'll see.
Yeah. I want to be excited. I guess they're going to have to show me something to be excited about.
Which is no easy task these days.
Yeah.
There's that new Dr. Nano game you might get excited about.
I'm already
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
All right. Moving on, we have Google did something. I think that's what Google did. They took part of your desktop, and if you want, you can play Super Mario on it.
Handy.
I don't think it's a great idea by itself. You know, it's like, who cares? But I do like the idea that Google is promoting game development and getting people perhaps more interested in games itself and making them.
Google promotes anything. There's not one thing I could just think, oh, I bet Google aren't doing that. Every single pie, there's a Google finger.
Yeah. That's so true.
It's not the game that you want to go out and play all day, but it's a distraction. Okay. Over in Japan, though, they have started something that's a little bit different. They are starting to arrest people for cheating in video games.
Really?
Putting them in jail.
Man, that's not an overreaction if I ever saw
Not
one.
at all.
Well, on one hand, it sounds like, wow, that's a little bit too much. But on the other hand, you got to remember that most of their games involve money in some way or another. Maybe you are purchasing stuff for in-game items, and people are cheating and stealing those things and reselling them on the market. And it's that kind of stuff that people are getting put away for.
This is where Welshie is.
Is in Japan?
He was arrested in Japan. His black market MMO tactics.
Do you think it's over? You think it's too much? I don't.
Yeah, it's way too much.
I don't.
I suppose it depends. It depends on
I think it's
what's
I think
happening.
It's too much. I think it's too much because the thing is, so even if these people are sort of creating money out of nothing or hacking things that the developer would normally charge money for, that's still kind of the point. The developers are making money from nothing. Like, they're just selling digital currency. Ban the person from playing the game. Find some other way. But like, arresting people and throwing them in prison.
The people are stealing from somewhere. They're stealing from the developer. They're stealing from other gamers.
Stealing
And
from
it's a financial theft. It is a financial theft.
It is, but
So?
it just seems like, what are you in for? Well, I kind of.
I stole a magical sword worth over 5,000 gold.
Yeah. These black market gold dealers.
That'd be
In-game
fine.
gold
Look,
dealers.
I could just imagine it. The first few people they'll be in prison, and all the other prisoners be going, "Don't talk to that guy. He's fucking crazy. Have you heard what he's in?"
All right. But then you have other games. You have a game that's over on Steam, apparently, that will give you an achievement, a Steam achievement for cheating. If you cheat in the game, if you go into the console and do some stuff to cheat, physically cheat in the game, you will get an achievement. I like it. In a way, you're calling this person a cheater and proving it to the world that they're a cheater by giving them a badge that they proudly display on their profile.
That's clever. It's a clever way to do that. That's pretty nice, actually.
Have you got to do a specific cheat though to get it?
I don't know.
Or is it just if you put anything into the console at all, it'll?
Well, apparently you can cheat by using a console command to get the cheat achievement. But I think that's besides the point.
So you just use the console to tell it, give you the achievement.
The achievement's called meta hacking.
The only reason I ask that is if you take like something like, say, Counter-Strike. People use the console all the time in Counter-Strike to like change field of views and things like that. But it's not strictly speaking cheating.
Well, it was discovered by somebody who went in there because they couldn't figure out how to win the game. So they went into the console command, and they did something so that they could potentially win the game. And they called that a cheat, which it is. They were cheating the game. They were cheating themselves, mostly. Right?
With the satisfaction.
Okay.
Satisfaction.
Oh, I was supposed to change this thing. No, I wasn't. There it is. Okay. Overwatch. This is that new Blizzard game that people have been... I don't know if people have been even caring about. I don't know, but there's now a video for it. So I'm going to throw that... No, that's not where I want the video.
Isn't this like the Team Fortress knockoff?
I want to say yes, but it is not. When you watch it, first thing I thought of when I was watching this was Portal. Not because of the characters, which are a bit reminding me of what was that, Terra, that game Terra. But this, if you look at it, it looks like he's holding a portal gun. This whole game is this gameplay is recorded by somebody who is a healer. So, or a medic, or I don't know what they want to call him. So he's running around healing people, and this is the weapon that he has. And it looks like he's casting spells.
Stylistically, it's got Team Fortress sensibilities.
Yes.
Which I guess even that can sort of attribute itself to like Pixar type stuff. But
I think it looks more like Terra in the way that it is bright and contrasty and not very cel shady.
Yeah. It seems like technically, it checks all the boxes. Like there's competence obviously with the way this game is built, but it doesn't seem to have a lot of charm to it. It seems, frankly, it seems kind of boring.
I thought it seemed too fast and frantic. It seemed like an Unreal Tournament on crack.
Yeah, there's no when I've looked at these videos and I've seen or read a lot of the comments, I constantly see and agree with the comment that there's not much readability at a glance on the screen. It's really hard to tell what's going on, who's got what, who's shooting from where, what's really happening. It's hard to tell. Valve did a great job and actually wrote a lot of articles about how with Left 4 Dead and Team Fortress 2, they placed a huge emphasis on readability. So even in the midst of a lot of stuff going on, you could glance and tell a lot of what was going on. It's probably no longer the case for Team Fortress 2, considering how much stuff they've added over the years. But when the game first came out, it was really easy to figure out what was happening and just kind of get that information at a glance. This game is just a bit all over the place. It's really hard to understand what's happening when you look at these videos.
Well, yes, while the idea of the game, I think, is to defend or attack, all you can do is really look around every corner. That's all you have time to do is look around the next corner.
Yeah.
So you're right. There is no readability of the HUD of what is happening.
Yeah. There's I forgot what you call these things. I guess call-outs. So there's a lot of automated banter back and forth with the different characters, but that stuff gets repeated often. Even if you watch one of these videos, because there's a few out now, if you watch one of these videos, there's just a lot of lines that get repeated. I'm sure that's something that can easily be addressed, but just the frequency of the talking might be a problem too. So like you don't necessarily need that, but it looks as if it's sort of a mix up of Team Fortress 2 and a MOBA type game.
Yeah.
Just with the way all the characters interact with one another and the special abilities and all that stuff and charging things up. It sounds like I have nothing positive to say about it, and that's mostly true. I think
I'd like to play it. I'd like to try and play it. Is this going to be free, or are you going to have to pay for it? If it's a free to play at first, then I might give it a shot. But I'm not going to throw money at it.
Free with rotating characters. I believe that's going to be the case, but could be wrong. It's going to be free on some level. It's not going to be charged. Like you will be able to play this game without spending money. I do know that. I think visually, I'd say it's impressive in isolated areas.
I think they put in a tremendous amount of detail into the level that they're showing off here.
Yeah. And I think it speaks to a bigger issue that we might start running across if people don't get it together soon. Like, I think there's going to be a series of games before people really learn that has all this just high fidelity detail, and there's just like, it's oozing just visual impressiveness, but it's going to be hard to really play the game. It's like, I never thought I'd be saying it, but it's like now we're at a point where we can add so much detail that now we really need to consider, should we be taking some away in certain
how much is enough?
Yeah.
Before it's just a distraction in the game that you're trying to play.
Right. And the folks over at Epic, when they were talking a bit about Unreal, this next Unreal game, Unreal Tournament game, and there was some, I guess, showcase-like level they showed off that's in the current build. There's a lot of white in it, and that was purposeful because it's like, how do we balance lots of cool-looking details, but with level readability? Because that's often cited too as a big stumbling block in Unreal Tournament 3.
It's difficult depending on the type of game as well. Like, if you're playing a shooter, then detail's not important. If you're playing something like The Witcher, then, I want a lot of good graphics in that.
Single versus multiplayer plays it a lot in that too, like you're saying,
Yeah.
So it is difficult to get the right balance on each one.
All right. After years of prodding, it seems that Lego is getting their act together and going to make a Minecraft clone.
Really? I thought that was the obvious choice for someone to make one.
They're doing it now, after all these years of what's going on.
It's like, what took you so long? Wow. Well, I guess better late than never, but I don't know, maybe.
Well, actually, I guess I shouldn't say that it is going to be a Minecraft clone, but because we don't know. We just know that they're making a game where you can manipulate the world, just like Legos, which is just like Minecraft.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the game, when the first Lego games came out, this was kind of the game I was thinking, surely this is what they're building up to.
Yeah.
A game where you can, like, smash things down and rebuild them.
When that first now defunct Lego MMO game came out, I thought, surely this is what you're going to be able to do.
Yeah.
And
nope. They'll screw it up somehow.
Yeah. They're going to try to add some sort of unique hook that's going to overshadow everything because we need to differentiate ourselves, and they're going to screw themselves. And as interest wanes, they're going to try some last-minute thing, and it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
We've seen it play out before. We know how this happens.
Maybe we better make this free. Oh, we'd already lost everyone.
Yeah.
We have a Welshie who put up a surprise interview with somebody. I don't know where he met this person, but
Davy Street.
But he's got an interview with a level designer. Wait, that was weird. Okay. With who is this person? I mean, the website up here calls himself Muhammad Ali, but is that really his name? That's what he calls himself. He's from Pakistan, and he's now working at Treyarch, working on Black Ops 3. And the way he describes it is, it sounds like he works on a game. Well, every level designer gets to work on a level that they do from start to finish, which now tells me the way these multi-million, almost billion-dollar games are made is they hire a bunch of level designers, allow them to make levels, and then they pick the 5 best and tell everyone else they're fired at the end of the show. And I guess that's money to do, though.
They've got 3 years to work on a level on a single map, I guess. Yeah,
that takes money. And then I guess you're going to end up with something good or bad. Who knows? But then this person, regardless of how well they did,
they must have like a checklist of things that have got to be in it, surely. because they always match up with a single-player campaign.
I didn't see
so
anything.
It's not like
in
they
this
can
interview.
just make anything.
I didn't see anything in this interview that said that, but he did get to build it himself. Maybe they did say it has to take place here, or this period, or, you know.
There's got to be, because you play a Call of Duty single player, and then you play the multiplayer. The maps always kind of match up, so...
Yeah. I'm sure... Well, here's the thing, that the person who makes the level is not the same necessarily, and the same person that's making the models or the textures or anything like that, and they're not the person doing the concept art either, or the story. So I'm sure that all kind of ties into it. A person comes up with the story, then concept art is drawn up based on the story, and then they pass it on to the level designer and say, make this, here's how things should progress.
Well, I truly believe this guy is not making part of the single-player campaign, if one exists. This is going to be multiplayer, so it does not necessarily have to fit a linear story.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be just here's the location, here's the concept art.
Here's a time period.
Yeah. This is the atmosphere we're going for. Do something.
Yeah, and as we've always said, he got the job. Why? Because, first of all, he had a portfolio of some sort, proving that he could work on the engine, and because of his constant talking with other people in the industry, particularly with Treyarch, somebody else there recognized his name. And that's all it really takes. You get 1,000 or 1,000,000 resumes, they're going to first find somebody that they recognize, and second, see that they actually have a portfolio, and then, all right, yeah, sure.
That's the secret.
It does not mean that they're still not looking for other people or studios to work on stuff too.
Yeah. But I think it would give you an advantage, though, for sure. Have that portfolio, have contacts.
So if you're interested in such a career, or wondering what's involved, check out that article from MODSonline. Thank you, Welshie. And let's see. How long have we been broadcasting? Long enough. That's good. I mean, we could talk about these other pieces, but... All right, real quick. Mad Max, Fury, game. Yeah. I've seen mixed reviews. First of all, I saw reviews that are great, and then other times I saw reviews that were horrible, so I don't know what to say about this. What I do know is I don't know anyone that owns it.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be out so soon.
I didn't realize it was out, and I didn't really care.
No, right.
Yeah.
Too bad for them. FIFA 16. Finally, they're getting women into the soccer game.
It's FIFA. FIFA. You Americans.
No.
What are we going to do with you?
But why is it taking so long to get women into these games?
Just because the models are far more complex and requires a whole new rewrite of the entire engine to support the boob physics.
Yeah.
This is soccer. They don't have such physics.
It's those.
That's what you think.
Women like names that just takes up too much memory. Like Rochelle. That's not a name that's going to work. Got to rewrite the engine for that.
The U.S. Air Force is hoping to recruit you with games. We knew this was coming, right? America's Army, and now we finally have something for the Air Force. So if you can play this game and you love it so much, maybe you'll join the Air Force.
What more do they need? You can fly a plane. That's like, if you're not already interested after that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, nothing's going to change that.
I think they'll have great success if they start showing this in like big conferences held inside of bars where people drink heavily. Get some booze in them, get some game going, and then they'll sign anything.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. All right, you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. 3 weeks to E3?
2.5, 3 weeks, yeah.
That'll be that.
Did either of you pick up The Witcher 3?
No.
No.
Right.
Only,
Did you?
Only because
I did. I was just wondering what other people thought of it.
You weren't playing it today.
No, that's because we had a big group on Heroes and Generals. Okay. I was playing it earlier, actually.
All right. Well, that's a good sign. That means you're enjoying something about it.
Yeah. It's a really good... I don't want to say it's a really good game. There are a lot of really good bits about it. But I'm still undecided whether I actually enjoy playing it or not. But saying that, I've played it for probably 10 hours, maybe 12.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's more than most nowadays. So I'd say that's good.
Not when you compare. I've played Counter-Strike for 637 hours.
Yeah, but that's different. It's multiplayer. It's a little different.
What's this year?
This year alone. I was just gonna say that I just happened to see yesterday after watching some horror movies. I was like, what's up with The Walking Dead season 3? And so I look it up, and looks like not too long ago, probably like a week or two ago, Telltale said that there won't be a Walking Dead season 3 in 2015, but they are still working on it, and they still will release something Walking Dead related.
Is that because they're split with doing Game of Thrones as well?
Yeah, they're doing Game of Thrones right now. They're doing Borderlands, some Borderlands game, and they're doing a Minecraft.
You are playing these Telltale games?
No, I play The Walking Dead, and I own the Back to the Future one that they made a while ago.
And after playing it, you want to play more?
The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I couldn't get past the first one.
It's 2 point and click.
Well, I think like most point and click or adventure games, you're really playing it for the story. You want to see how things turn out. In when I say story, it's not like you have a heavy influence in the story. It's all sort of a rubber band like thing.
If you want a story, read a book.
That's true, but I kind of feel the same way about the Batman games. I realized the other day when I was playing them, I'm thinking, like what's great about these games? They're fun, but it's like I'm watching an episode of a Batman cartoon or movie because of how things are progressing, and I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I found out. No Walking Dead in 2015.
All right, that's it then. We'll probably be back next week if anyone shows up. I hope so.
Oh, I won't. I'm visiting a friend in LA.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. I'm going out to LA, and
why are you going next week? Why aren't you waiting a week and just going to E3?
Well,
or being around E3. That's LA.
I hadn't really thought about that. I was trying to get a cheap ticket out there. So I hadn't actually, at the time when I got the ticket, I didn't realize.
Oh, how long are you staying? 3 days.
Just a weekend. So
yeah,
from Friday to Monday.
There you go. Oh well, could have had lunch.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, wait. You know what? No, I might be able to do the show because I just thought about it. I'll be there on Sunday. So never mind. I might be there next week or be here next week.
Okay. All right then. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being a part of this, guys. Ben, Breesy, thank you very much.
God, giving people my real name. That's it. I quit this shit.
I'm sorry. Ham, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Oh, now I ruined the whole mysterious thing going on for you, Sam. All right, so it sounds like Ham will be here next week, so come on back. If you want to complain about why the other guys aren't here, mailbag at MODSonair.com. Send it. All right, see you later.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@MODSonair.com. And please consider subscribing to MODSonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
All right, go have fun. Play games. Don't get in trouble. You'll get arrested. That's it. I'm not playing an ending.
Gold farming gets you time now.
See you later, guys.